Hello everybody, I am Abdurrahman Muhammad. Today we will talk about how to manage conflict between your team members. Your team bring a different perspective and knowledge to your team, improving problem solving and performance, but sometimes difference can lead to conflict and you will need to deal with it. In this article, we will look at ways to identify your resolve conflict in your team and to keep working relationship healthy and productive. First, we will highlight a few general skills and approaches that a manager can call on in conflict situations. Then we will look at a five-step process for applying those skills in practice. Next slide. Conflict resolution skills for manager. First, we will listen to be proactive. Be proactive, leaving someone out of an email chain, delivering inappropriate personal remark, or triggering a flash argument. Conflict often starts with small disagreement that escalated fast. So if you spot conflict, avoid leaving it to team members or HR to resolve. Instead, take action. This shows that you treat conflict seriously and want to conduct destructive behavior. Second, we can observe. So, signs of conflict can be subtle, but you can detect them by being aware of interaction within your team. Things to look out for include body language, such as crossed arms or leaning away from people. Second thing, facial expressions, such as throwing or gazing down. Tone of voices, such as cutting, disparaging, or dismissive way of speaking. The better, the better you know your individual team members, the more easily you will pick up more on causes and dispute tensions that may be lurking under the surface, as well as details of the conflict. Keep in mind that you may need to consider if competing values are contributing to the tension. Be fair and impartial. Even if you agree with one or more individual in a conflicting team, make sure that you remain objective. Give everyone the time and the opportunity to present their own perspective on event and respond to any criticism. It's vital that all parties are able to state their case and are listened to. Step in when needed. Be sure not to allow certain individuals to dominate the conversation or bully more diverse colleagues. If one person is constantly talking over others, keep your questions directed at the person being interrupted. If people still attempt to interrupt, politely ask them to wait until their coworker has finished before inviting their point of view. Avoid assumption. When facilitating a conflict discussions, avoid stating as fact things that you only think you know or may have read. For example, it's best to your faces like as far as I'm aware or as I understand it. This also allows for the possibility that your understanding is wrong or incomplete. Be patient. And, 5. Conflict management steps. When a situation gets out of hand, you may need to step in as a direct facilitator with a targeted approach to resolving team conflict. First, make sure the team member understand the basic conflict resolution skills. You can point them to our article, Conflict Resolution, to learn more about the different types of the cause of conflict and try out some key skills. Next, follow these 5 steps adapted from the Sheraton Institute of Personal and Development Framework. First, speak to to team members individually. Second, bring people together. Third, ask the other team for ideas. When the conflict affects the whole team, provided it's not sensitive or confidential, confidential. You can ask for everyone perspective. Talking second, talking things out helps you and your team to consider different assumptions, beliefs, and the decision-making approach. This can also be a part of creating a physiological safe environment where people feel comfortable sharing ideas and concerns to prevent future conflict. Third, draw up a plan. Ask the parties to detail agreed on action for recognition and get each to commit to this strategy. You can draw up a timetable for actions, taking them off and as and when try and achieve it, hold all different people accountable. The last one, follow up. Ensure that issues have been resolved properly by following up on the situation. For example, people may still feel aggressive but not want to drag things out. You can use one-to-ones to prevent all disagreement from resurfacing and destroy an anonymous team survey to get feedback and reveal and frustration. Thanks.